Unit 3, Lesson 2. The focus of this lesson is going to be two-way frequency tables and how to analyze information that's contained in these types of tables. So the first thing, you need to make sure you understand what a two-way frequency table is, and simply a way to organize the relationship between categorical variables. In the first example, students were asked to name their favorite sport from a list of basketball, soccer, or tennis. The results are shown in the table below. We want to determine what percentage of the students chose soccer as their favorite sport. So we have one category, which is going to be the preference of sport, and the other category is classifying the individuals based on whether a girl or a boy. And we have all the information. We can see the number of girls that preferred basketball was 42. That preferred soccer, 58, preferred tennis was 20, and then the same thing for the boys, 84 preferred basketball, 41 soccer, and 5 tennis. So we want to use this information from the table to determine what percentage of the students chose soccer as their favorite sport. So the thing we have to do is determine the total number of students that preferred soccer, and then divide that by the total number of students that were surveyed overall. So the total number of students that like soccer is there's 58 girls plus the 41 boys that said they preferred soccer. We have to divide that by the total, which is going to be 42 plus 84 plus 58 plus 41 plus 20 and then plus 5. Okay. So now we just have to simply simplify the numerator, simplify the denominator, divide those out to get our percentage. Simplifying the numerator and denominator, we get 99 over 250, which simplifies to 0.396. Converting this to a percent, move the decimal 2 place values. So the percentage of students that chose soccer as their favorite sport was 39.6%. Now to the next example. A radio station did a survey to determine what kind of music to play by taking a sample of middle school, high school, and college students. They were asked which of 3 different types of music they prefer on the radio: hip-hop, alternative, or classic rock. The results are summarized in the table below. So we have the type of student across the left and the type of music across the top. We want to determine what percentage of college students prefer classic rock. So in this question, the only thing we have to worry about are the college students. The middle school and high school students do not matter in this particular problem. So first, to determine what percentage of college students prefer classic rock, we have to take the number of college students that prefer classic rock, which is 14, divided by the total number of college students, which we can determine by adding up the hip-hop, alternative, and classic rock. 16 plus 14 is 30. 30 plus 20 gets us to 50. So if we take 14 divided by 50, that is equal to 0.28, which would be 28%. So out of the 3 options, hip-hop, alternative, or classic rock, 28% of college students prefer classic rock. Now to the last example, a survey of 100 students was taken. It was found that 60 students watched sports and 34 of these students did not like pop music. Of the students who did not watch sports, 70% liked pop music. Complete the two-way frequency table. So we got whether they watch sports or don't watch sports across the top, whether they like pop or don't like pop music on the left. So using that information, we want to completely fill in this table. Okay, so the first thing we can fill in this table is that 60 students watched sports. So we go down to the total that watched sports. We know this value has to be 60. So we can fill that in. And we also then know the number that don't watch sports. Because there was 100 students surveyed, they have to fill in one or the other. Either they watch sports or they don't watch sports. So that number has to be 40 because the total has to be 100. Now we go to the next spot, or part. 34 of these students did not like pop music. So out of the 60, they don't like pop music. That was 34. Well, then we also can determine the number that like pop music, because this value plus this value must be equal to 60. So 60 minus 34, that means 26 of those 60 would like pop music. Now we go to the next part. Of the students who did not watch sports, which there's 40 students, 70% liked pop music. So 70%, which is 0.70, times 40, the number that don't watch sports, that is going to be equal to 28 students. So that means there is 28 students who didn't watch sports but liked pop music, which means there's 12 of the 40 that don't like pop music. So now we can add these values, 26 and 28. That is going to be 54. And 34 plus 12, that is going to be 46. If I look, 54 plus 46 gets me that total of 100. So that's how we can fill in a frequency table. If we take the totals of our categories across the bottom, that total must be equal to 100. And same on the right side, these totals must be equal to 100 as well.